Hi, I'm Frank Sepe with NPCNewsOnline.com. I'm here at Meet the Olympians, and I'm with Ann Titone, women's figure competitor. Hi, Ann.
Hello, I'm great. How are you?
You look fantastic. Is this the best you've ever looked?
You know, at every show that I go to, after I do it, I always try to bring my best, and I say, this is the best I've ever been. So I'm just going to repeat myself, and quite frankly, I do feel like that this is the best, yeah.
We saw a video of Ann, and fans of NPC News Online as well, a video of her training, and she looked fantastic. I believe that was like 5 days out. So you have to be excited with the condition you're in, and you're going to make a huge impact.
I'm really stoked. I think that the best my legs have ever looked was in Tampa, which was my first pro win, and I just didn't seem to get to that point at the last few shows that I did. I wasn't able to achieve those legs. I woke up this morning and looked in the mirror and I was like, these are Tampa legs, baby.
What'd you do to bring those legs out?
You know, we always like switch up my training, whether some days I do heavy squats, like the video, sometimes I'll do high reps with lower weight. I'll squat pretty heavy.
What are we squatting?
I can squat 275 for 10.
Really?
Yeah.
I had 275 right now.
I can push some stuff. Yeah. Now ask me to run a mile. Yeah, not so good at all that.
So your husband Jack is your trainer?
Yes, he has trained me the last few weeks going into this Olympia. Yeah.
So when's the divorce?
You know, actually, to be honest with you, he took me to my first Olympia, and then we kind of like switched off and we took a little break from him doing my training, and I worked with someone else. And then just the last few weeks, we decided that he would pick it back up, and each show, like 2 or 3 weeks, he sets the bags by the door, and he's ready to go. So we looked at apartments, and
we're gonna bring him in here. Hey, Jack, come on in here. Now I'm gonna bring Ann's husband in, Jack. So now, Jack is Ann's trainer. So now, we all know the story of when your wife goes, do I look fat in this dress? How on earth do you have an objective view, which is, do I look good? You know, if she doesn't look good, how do you deal with that?
Ann always looks good.
Good answer.
The politically correct answer. There's times that she gets a little off-season-ish, but that's to be expected. But for the most part, she stays on key within, 6 or 7 pounds all year round.
She looks fantastic. I mean, I saw the video on NBC 5 days out, and she looked great.
Yeah, she's got some incredible genetics that makes working with her very, very easy. She responds to everything very, very easy. Carb loading, fat loading. She doesn't need a lot of fats to fill her out, which is amazing because most people can't load with fats very easily. She can load with fats very, very easily with a little water, and 50 or 60 grams of fat after being depleted, and she filled out really, really quick. So she is a genetic freak, and anybody could do really well with her. I'm just gifted that she's my wife and that she responds the way she does.
Well, there's also a trust issue too, and your husband and wife, there's no closer bond than that, so you got to trust, but you're also going to hate him because everyone always hates the trainer. Anyone always hates the person that's going to restrict their carbs.
Well, there's definitely a love-hate relationship going on.
I asked her before, when's the divorce?
There's frequent flyer miles with Holiday Inn.
And I'll be honest with you, I'm probably the only wife in the world that says, why are you looking at me? Stop looking at me.
I do constantly analyze her all day long, and that's probably very unhealthy in a relationship with a wife and trainer relationship. But at this stage of her game, there's a very small window of really excelling in this sport. And I've really put her through the gamut this last prep, and to the point you're making right now. Why am I looking at you all the time? I wanted to get the best out of you, and I think you really are going to bring in an incredible package. We don't know what's going to happen, if they're going to like it or not like it, but this is the best, in my opinion, that you've ever looked.
It's a hug. Come on.
I give it.
There you go. Sometimes you get jaded because you're in the sport. You're used to seeing great bodies all the time, but think about the average wife out there. That's how you have to put things in perspective sometimes. You can't always be so hard on what you have.
He's giving me some pointers.
No, you do. So you guys started a supplement company, right? You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we're 4 years into Hydrolyze Ultra. We started off with Hydrolyze Ultra being a trademarked alkaline and clustered water product, which was a one-of-a-kind product. Obviously, there's alkaline water out there, but we had a product that was clustered, and in layman terms, basically being a clustered water, we're able to permeate more water molecules into the human cells so you can hydrate quicker, deliver more vitamins quicker, and it's been a great product for us. Obviously, with shipping the product, it's very expensive, and the margins aren't well enough that we can really do very well as a business, but we love the product and we love the idea. So we came up with an idea of our new product, which is a Hydrolyze Ultra Formula pill. And it pretty much does the same thing, Frank, but it's obviously a lot cheaper to ship, make it more cost effective for everybody to buy it and reorder it. And it's a fantastic product that we are once again setting the bar with being the first people to do so. And it's starting to take off.
Always good to be first. Have you used the product in your pre-contest?
And that was actually what I was going to say. As a competitor, we can't carry a case of water onto the plane, and it's outrageous, as he said, to put it under the plane. So now it comes in the pill form, we can travel with it. So absolutely, I totally noticed the difference if just one day without taking it. Now we do still have a lot of the water left, so I do make that a part of my prep as well. Doing my cardio, I can totally tell the difference when I'm drinking product A versus Hydrolyze Ultra. I mean, it's just an amazing feeling. You just feel rehydrated and refreshed, and
we're going to have a lot of videos, photos coming out from your camp on Hydrolyze. So if you want to check out the product, you want to give the website?
Go ahead.
www.hydrolyzeultra.com.
So now we want to take a look at Ann. So her husband's going to call out the quarter turns over here.
Oh, no.
He's going to call him out. Go ahead. Let's see what we got here.
Really?
Come on, we'll see what you got. She looks good, I gotta say.
Quarter to the right. Quarter to the right.
Perfect, good job.
Quarter to the right. Quarter to the right.
There you go. And Jack, you run four pro shows, is that it? You have 4 pro shows.
We have 2 in St. Louis, one in the beginning of the year, one in the end of the year. We also have one in Omaha in June, and we have our next show is November the 2nd in Davenport, Iowa.
So if you're an IFBB pro, get in that show.
Absolutely.
And for 2014, we've got our March 8th St. Louis show is going to have 3 pro divisions this year.
Awesome.
Our June 7th show in Omaha is going to have 3 pro divisions. We're back in St. Louis for pro bikini, back in Iowa for pro bikini. Each one of those 4 shows have very, very large national qualifiers with them. And we've been producing a lot of pros out of our shows. Come out and see what everybody's talking about.
Great, I want to thank you for doing this interview. And like I said, go to mpcnewsonline.com for more information on Hydrolyze. And we wish you great luck in the contest and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you, sir.
And to Tony.